There's a grizzly bear back there, and she's got at least one cub that I can see. We're gonna hang out. Just hang out with her. She's far away. And I have my bear spray. Denali. Its name means the high one in the Koyukon Athabascan language. The highest peak in North America, it rises 20,310 feet above sea level. It is the centerpiece of Denali National Park and Preserve, though only about 30% of visitors to the park actually see the summit of Denali, as the peak is often obscured by clouds. I'm lucky to see it today, but this is the one and only glimpse I'll get. I'm still reeling in grief from my loss of Fluffy Dog as I take the obligatory bus through Denali National Park. There's one road through the park, and a landslide in 2021 destroyed part of the road, and the bus, which used to take visitors 92 miles into the park, now only goes to mile 43. Looking like tiny white specks on the mountainside, we spy doll sheep in the distance. The boreal forest gives way to tundra, and we spot caribou grazing between the snowfields. The bus ride ends at mile 43 and the East Fork River. In Denali, there are few hiking trails, but you are welcome to blaze your own trail. I seek solace as I hike up the riverbed. Mother Nature is a soothing balm for a grieving soul. Except when she's kind of being a jerk. What are you doing? I'm getting dive bombed by this gull. Maybe I'm close to its nest or something. I don't know. Or it's accustomed to getting food from people. There's a grizzly bear back there, and she's got at least one cub that I can see. We're gonna hang out. Just hang out with her. She's far away. And I have my bear spray. She's got two cubs. I think these are caribou tracks. There's some people stopped up here looking at something, so I'm guessing we'll be figuring it out real soon whether it's a caribou. All kinds of interesting rocks. Like, is this coal shale? Or is it just... what is that? I was just thinking maybe I would climb up this little grassy knoll back here. That's a good end point. See what's on the other side. And I stopped to look, and there's caribou up there. I'm not gonna climb up it because I don't want to disturb the caribou. But that's pretty cool. I think what we'll do is just go up here and peek around the corner. We're not peeking around the corner right there. This is where the landslide came down, and the river is very constricted right there, and so I suspect pretty fast and deep. Well, now I'm gonna try crossing right there. This spot is fine. I mean, I wouldn't send small children across right here, but it's fine. I think the caribou might have moved on, so I'm gonna try for that little grassy knoll. The caribou have not moved on. They're bedded down up there. I just climbed up this not very strenuous hill, and I'm out of breath. And I need to go walk down back in the riverbed because I am on peat right now, and I suspect that's what hiking up here is going to be, just hiking on peat, and it's super soft and spongy and you sink in it, and yeah, it's not great for hiking in. This is peat and I can smush it with my hands. It's very smushy. I wish it weren't so hazy, but this is what we get today. I think that's far enough for today. I'm gonna hike back and catch the bus and get back to the Jeep. This is the first pile I've found of it, but this is bentonite. Very dry right now. That's the same stuff that's all over the desert southwest and Adobe Town. And that's where I got my Jeep stuck. It's bentonite, which is both slippery and sticky at the same time when it's wet. And this big mountain that had the landslide behind me is something volcanic. And I guess if you notice behind me, this is where they're doing construction. And I don't know why they have this little bridge section all perched precariously, but they do. That's a good rock. I just like good rocks. There have been a few good rocks, but that was a really good rock. That is also a good rock. Almost there. That's where the bus dropped me off. They have a bus sitting up there that acts as a shelter in case you miss the last bus, which is a really good idea. So we're gonna go up there and wait for the next bus. We It's not a we anymore. It's just a me. All right, guys, good day. And I'm going to say goodnight. And we're going to do some more park exploration tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. Or more accurately, good afternoon. I think it's about 1:30. I slept in pretty good today. Kind of needed some good sleep, so that was not a bad thing. And I'm about to head back into the park. But we are not going to see any mountains today because it is really hazy today. I spent the last 2 nights at this little roadside camping spot that has been quite pleasant, and there's only one spot here, so I've had it to myself. And it's been very nice on the Nenana. I think it's Nenana River. I think I'm going to go down to as far as you can drive on the park road, which is about 15 miles, and then kind of I hike around there a little bit and then work my way back to the entrance and pick and choose little hikes to do along the way. So I think it's time to go. Aurora. That is so very hazy out there. I've been in the park like 4 times now. I haven't filmed it all, but I have not yet felt up to stop in to take my picture at the Denali Park sign. I feel up to that now. Let's go get a picture. The camera's really crooked. Let's make that a little less crooked. You can still see the sun? Yes, you can still see the sun. I've gotten the obligatory selfie at the sign. That's important. Must do that. And now I'm going to stop right up the road at the Riley Creek Campground, which is like right by the entrance, and get a latte. I need some caffeine. I actually originally was going to stay at the Riley Creek Campground because they have first come, first serve walk-in tent spots, but I actually got a spot and went to the tent area, and it was just noisy. It was kind of late, and there are kids running around yelling and screaming at like 10 o'clock at night, and no. The sun's still up then, and parents are still like, yeah, go run around and yell and scream. No, thank you. I would prefer not. So I didn't. The upshot, I didn't stay here. But they do make a good little latte. That's the little campground store. And I'm gonna go get a latte. Be right back. All right, I've got my coffee and a change of plans because they actually had some campsites open. So I'm gonna find myself a campsite. There's some loud chainsawing going on, but I have selected a campsite and I changed my mind. I was just gonna go park back up on the highway, but I would like to be close to a bathroom and have showers and laundry. So, and it's so late in the day, I don't want to go drive 50 or 60 more miles up the road to an established campground to get all of those things again. So they hadn't opened the campsite. I took it. I've marked my post with my little sign that says, "This is mine." And now we can go explore the park, and I have a camp spot. I know I just said I didn't want to stay here because it was noisy, but that would have been staying in a tent, because when I first got here a few days ago, only tent sites were available. And just by chance, a drive-in site was available today. So that is much better. I can roll up the windows of the Jeep and turn on my fan, and I won't hear a thing. We are on the main park road, and there's about 15 miles that I can drive down here to the Savage River. And I'm gonna get out there and check out the Savage River. It's still really hazy, y'all, and it's gonna be hazy, I think, all day, unless it rains, and then it's gonna be rainy. We have reached the Savage River parking area, and it does not appear to have any legal open places to park. That person just pulled out. Good timing at Savage River. Person in this parking lot, in this parking spot, just pulled out. So we're gonna go take a hike. All right, let's go. There are a boatload of people back that way. So I'm walking this way, which is toward the bridge where the part of the road where you're allowed to drive ends. And I'm gonna see if you can cross the road here and go that way down the river. I don't know if you can. I mean, technically you can, because they're like, hey, go ahead, hike off trail anywhere you want in their brochure for the park, but I don't know if there's actually a way to get down, back down to the river on the other side of the bridge. Or maybe I can just detour through here to get to the other side of the bridge. We'll see what happens. How you doing? Are you a ptarmigan? I think you might be. I'm walking back because I'm getting dive bombed by a gull. I think I chose an area that is legal to walk in. They do have some signs that are saying stay off of the rock bars in the river because the gulls are nesting there. So I chose a different way. And I'm still getting dive bombed by a gull, so I assume that gull is nesting there, and my presence was disturbing it. So we're gonna choose another route. We are on the opposite side of the river now from the angry gull. The angry gull is over there. And we're gonna walk up this little river. I'd rather be out on the gravel bar area though, because these very large shrubberies make it a challenge to see if I'm about to encounter a moose or a bear or anything. I think I'm probably okay as far as large wild mammals go. And the reason I say that is because the road's right back there, and there aren't a lot of buses stopped along the road to point out the wildlife. This is obviously a human-made trail, probably by some sad fishermen who are trying to catch fish on this river. But it's not maintained. The visibility has gotten a lot better. I mean, not like the visibility in the distance, but like I'm taller than the shrubbery now. So that makes me feel a little more comfortable. There are a lot of biting type bugs flying around, and I did not put on bug spray. My clothing has been permethrined, but that was a long time ago. Moose poop I am seeing plenty of unfamiliar little flowers. And I like to know what all the flowers are, but I'm happy at the moment not knowing. Old knees, man. Old knees. I'm not gonna get too far away from the car because I think it's about to rain down buckets pretty soon. Look at the sky now. More moose poop. So far, none of the moose poop I've seen has been fresh. It's like days old, all dried out. So I'm not too worried about running into a moose. And it you know, they're supposed to be all over the freaking place, and where are the moose? There are signs all over the place warning about the moose. You know, while they're like, you know, whatever, grizzly bears, they're fine. There's a lot of signs saying, beware of the freaking moose. And for good reason. Moose are mean, and moose will kill you. And I really was expecting to be just tripping over moose in Alaska, and I think I've seen 3. So not exactly tripping over moose here. I'm walking a pretty well-worn path, but just next to it is all this spongy lumpy ground. You would be kind of sinking and then bouncing back up a little bit. You don't want to walk in it, but you can walk beside it and on this well-worn path. I hear something over there, and I think it's a bird. Oh my gosh, there's a little baby chick of some kind right here. Pretty sure those birds are ptarmigan, but I haven't actually looked it up. I know they occur here, and they're birds that live on the ground, and those little babies are freaking cute. But I'm continuing on so I don't disturb them further. Still not seeing any signs of big critters. Lots of little birdies that I can't identify. Maybe you guys can identify them from the bird song. But lots of little birdies, and lots of peace. A whole lot of peace. The sun has come back out and the clouds are going away, so maybe it's not gonna rain. But I'm hungry, so I'm going back to the car, getting some food. There's the ptarmigan again. There's 2 of them, 2 hens. I think 2 hens. Maybe it's a hen and a not hen. And the babies, at least 1 baby. In addition to not being certain that those are ptarmigan, I don't know how to tell the difference between a male and female ptarmigan. I don't know if that's 2 mamas or if that's a mama and daddy. No idea. And just like that, raindrops are falling on my head. But I'm almost back to the car, so I'm not even bothering to pull out my raincoat. I didn't think it was gonna rain. It stopped doing the rainy kind of stuff. And now it's raining. The sky and the light reflected on the mountains is getting lovely. But we're almost back to the car. There's the car somewhere there. It's actually starting to rain. Look, a little more now, and the camera's just moving on its own. It's 6:30 p.m. I am hungry, so I'm gonna head to the visitor center, where we're probably gonna find some not that great overpriced food, but I'm kind of in the mood for that, so that's what we're gonna do. They do also have ice cream, and I could always do ice cream, so that's the plan. I could absolutely still be out there hiking. We're getting closer and closer to the summer solstice, and it really hasn't gotten dark, completely dark overnight at all for at least a month now. But right now, really not dark, because the sun is setting, I think, at around 1 a.m. and rises about 4. And in the next few days, that's gonna be no sunrise and no sunset. It is kind of weird. I definitely thought I would like the whole midnight sun thing better than I do, but it makes it hard to sleep. It just messes up your sleep cycles. I'm sure the whole 3 months of darkness are not so great for that either, but yeah, I mean, it's neat because I could just go out there and hike till whenever, and it would still be daylight, or at least daylight enough that I could see all night long. It's like 7 o'clock at night at the visitor center, and it's kind of abandoned. Well, that's the visitor center and it's closed. I didn't realize it closed so early. I am saved from spending too much money on food. They do actually have ice cream at the campground, and the campground store is open until 11. But I think I need actual real food before I have ice cream. And I'm probably not going to feel like walking over and getting some ice cream after I'm already settled in. So probably not getting ice cream today. All right, I got a shower and some ice cream. I do need to eat real food first. So I put the ice cream in my fridge. That won't keep it frozen, obviously. So I've got to eat fast. But yeah, I got some ice cream. I guess I should have showed you guys the campground store so that you kind of figure out where the heck the shower and the ice cream came from. But it's back there now. So I am headed to camp. Let's make sure my ice cream survived. There it is. And I'm gonna have a weird dinner, but it's what I feel like. It's starting to rain again, so I'm hiding out underneath my window thing, and this is dinner. We're gonna have some naan. We're gonna have some naan and some hummus and some salsa and chips and olives for vegetables. That's about all I can manage for preparation right now. Naan is definitely superior to pita for pairing with hummus. Very similar bread, but better. Finished my dinner, and now I can have my ice cream, and it's at like the perfect softness. Yeah, that was needed. Well, I'm gonna finish my ice cream, and we'll see you guys in the morning. This is the worst part. There should be a fluffy dog right here to pet and say good morning to. I can only find one flip-flop. I'm gonna have to hobble around until I can get to the other side and find more shoes. I don't know where my wool clogs are. These will have to do. out of here. I just go. I'm just walking over to the bathrooms, and the camp is starting to immediately get invaded by the squirrels. It's one of the problems with big campgrounds. People feed the squirrels and they become quite bold. I woke up late again this morning, and since I'm in a campsite, I have to get my stuff together quick and get out because it's checkout time. Parked the Jeep for the moment, and do I have two glasses on. This will be my headband. Parked the Jeep for the moment, and I'm gonna walk down to Riley Creek because I haven't done that yet. Riley Creek is the creek that the Riley Creek Campground is on. We should take a look at it. That's a pretty big creek and fairly swift water to be called a creek. Very pleasant. I think on a hot summer day, it'd probably be really nice to jump in that. Pay no attention to that disaster. It's just gonna be a disaster for a while. We're doing things in completely the wrong order. And since the visitor center was closed yesterday when I tried to show you guys it, we're headed back to the visitor center and I'll show you around. It's still a bit hazy out, but not quite as bad as it was yesterday. But it's still hazy. It's a madhouse. That's Denali. And we are kind of over there on that side. And I drove up this way, so I got good views of Denali coming into the park. But I haven't gotten a glimpse of Denali since I actually got into the park, so I'm glad I saw it on the way up here. They have the usual natural history displays with, here, fake animals. They did do a good job with the fake dead caribou, though. And they've got like a little pioneer and native peoples exhibit and a little, here's some science we do in the park exhibit. But there's supposed to be something about the landslide, like, I'm looking. So here's a little thing about the landslide. And this is that bridge that I saw the other day. It was kind of sitting here like this. So they got to put it in place. Here's a timeline of what's going to happen. The bridge is getting erected this summer. Next fall, finishing the bridge. And no traffic till 2027. So I guess I need to come back in 2027. I'm going to make that a plan. I was going to get something in there, but it's like seriously overpriced and not good looking. So I'm not. But I do need some food at some point. Maybe I'll go into the little town next door and get some food. But first I'm going into the store. Well, no. I was gonna get a water bottle, but they don't have the kind that are good to actually drink out of without spilling them all over the place. So, onwards. I think we might head down and look at the sled dog kennels. The national park maintains teams of sled dogs, and they use them to do like park maintenance in the winter and patrolling and stuff, and you can go visit them. So we're gonna go visit them. It's just a short little drive from the visitor center to the sled dog kennels. Summer RV traffic. when you're driving down the road, a lot of times you'll see park employees walking the sled dogs because they need a lot of exercise. And they're not getting so much in the summertime. So you see them walking on the road a lot. Give him one little pet on the head.
Yeah.
I didn't know they'd have puppies. Is it too hot outside? Yeah, it's too hot outside. Why aren't you sitting in the shade? You have some shade there. Just basking in the sun a little bit. That's good for the soul. And I got to pet a puppy. I didn't know I was gonna get to pet a puppy. Or that they'd even have puppies. That gets me right here. Hi, cutie pie.
Hello.
That one's maybe not the best behaved, but they're amazing. I think that's it for today. And I want to thank all of you guys for coming along with me, and we'll see you down the road.